let's talk a little bit about Find Art. And I want to bring up some of the fun, maybe surprising things that you could do if you're a little creative with Find Art. So a question that I get a lot is, how do I make like a sweeping curve for this sign or shape that I want to cut out with Origin? And actually, I think one of the best ways to do that is to use Find Art. So if you go here into Find Art and you type something like, I'm going to be a little nerdy here, but parabola, you will actually find a lot of options that have great curves to them that would be awesome for some kind of sweep for a table leg or for a sign, like I was saying. So now I've got this parabola, and obviously I don't want this entire icon, I want part of it. So the other half of this tip is to use ShapeShifter. So I'm going to make another shape. Here I'm just going to have this rectangle, and I'm going to visually align it up here. I'm actually going to move the anchor so that I can scale it. And now we've got a shape that's ready to get trimmed with this Find Art parabola. So now if I select both of them and I go into ShapeShifter, I can actually just select the parts that I want to keep. I say Make Shape, and now I've got this really cool sweep to my rectangle, and I can use that for style or for matching some kind of text. That's my favorite Find Art tip. Here's another fun tip about Find Art. Actually, a lot of the shapes that might be really difficult for any one of us to try to draw in a CAD program or even on paper are hidden amongst regular other shapes. For example, if I click into Find Art and I search for award, I'll find all of these ribbons. But what's really exciting about this is that I can use it to make a fun wavy coaster. So I'm going to scroll down this list of options, and I'm going to try to find one that has just the right amount of waviness to it. And there we go. We've got a ribbon with a lot of waviness. But actually, all I want is this sort of main circle part. I'm going to use ShapeShifter, paint the parts that I want to keep, make shape, and now I've got a really great starting point for a fun set of coasters. You can also use Find Art to add a little bit of texture to regular shapes. So let's say I wanted to have a sign for my coffee shop or print shop where the edges are scalloped or wavy to make it feel a little bit more fun. I'm going to go into Find Art, and I'm just going to search wave. And then I can scroll through these options until I find something that feels like it's the right amount of wave. This looks pretty good. And now if I place a rectangle in here, I can adjust the size a little bit, figure out which parts I want to keep and maybe what the aspect ratio of this sign is going to be. If I then use Shift and then click to select both shapes, I can go into ShapeShifter and I can just paint the parts that I want to keep. And now I have got kind of a groovy shape for my sign for my coffee shop / print shop.